is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Ahaya Boadu TV, my mama nyina kwaba emfambra so. Yebeso say first time na subscribe, ye nyina ye like video, ye nyina comment. And to comment section mu na wiane ya share. Na Gifty Oware na asem no say de aye critical. Na ho ya che no papa Gifty Oware. Onu na eja National Service Authority na waye deputy wo ho. Na ghost names ye say what the room ene Yakubu Mubarak no de room wo ho ene Yakubu Adamu no de room Yakubu Ibrahim Yakubu nkwa tim kitedin be 1000 edinya wo de room adi amanfo sika no kwadu a eye aban lo ya panyi wo de bono no sese de aye de ono so enche bia slim tea no yoko slim tea no anhwa na bia akonum bi na wasleme uyo no si nchen a Mustafa Yusuf former sports minister ono nso ye twe na boso na no Otu Darko at the list of a new esika omochese omawia omodi ni nyina ba eliki list ni nyina information wo ho etinya botre na tibi
sa o man bi so na se wunya omampanin bi na sa mampanin no enya ahotoso won sem bia atwam na osin kete ye krado se obesi gina ye pa na obi fa kwan bone so ebu oman ne fa so woni pa ko na dia so mampanin no ye bompa ya ye prinkwa tentema no obi ntonsa enhyira ne busuefo enso ye gunsa ye kan samempa ye gunsa ye kai atiasefo a waya krado so obesom Ghana na oman no afa ne ntuma pefra. So when you have a president like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enya afena what the MPP sam ebedin sem hunu sabi nemom enyuma pa owura no ye no ye boa no. And thankfully we have an Attorney General in the person of Dr. Ayine why krado say wasin kete say obeboa na obi bia wabu Ghana afaso wanfa kwampa so no emra ene ne bedi we Ayine dia ensemble we Ayine dia. You are aware of the press conference at Mira and shocking damning. Hey, then conflict modern force. Look, nurses issues nene one city living we will come there. We will come there. But plunderers of states are enemies of the state. We deal with them. Omaya kron for yan krokrom. And about 33 cases. One more year Wedgman. Say a year $2 million SkyTrain saga. And now say Sikaya transfer Echo Aduwa in personal account as head of then Signals Bureau. And now say a PDS scandal. $58 million. You try say the quiet cathedral and so you go to Amna. You know the scandals in every. There is one of the scandals, sir. And and that is the National Service scandal. Sabi. And depending on your age, uti penso, ana ebia yemianum penyimfo bia oma kosuku awie twase wosom oman no oman ni mse sabi empenyimfo se yemfa ye from pansha benti etwase etiti amamrem na sankrofo kuo Ghana for enkan kaimabuno no o man show eti ideally no se wanya bibia ma wase a ye ma ne kro no one more ye NSS for no let's even ask ourselves the salary saying anomoje as compared to akronfo a avie sika puduo na sometimes even NSS for krampo sika kakra fia on beje kra sometimes they delay some they call treasure bills and long bonds open him. Oh yes, I'm opening him. One more pet and him. One, may say free 2018. Now my baby 2023 2024. Me use academic here. But my mini can say okay can't be bia ebomwa sika wona viano eye puduo yes eye puduo na ubisa am say sika no ede important krampo nom de ye ya bomunti me nkyere because abai we take over yehunu niema enkoyie it is sika no ede important nom de ye mame 2018 afimpinu ni dun wotwe ene afimpinu ni dun krumu no eye oman Ghana sika according to Attorney General National Service Secretariat led by omumpanyufo eviaye to the detriment of the state me ba to ayana ma de twas mo de atoso no 25,857,836.16 pesos. And the atoso was CTV. Fantastic production team led by Nesquam Kwachi. Fantastic man. Here, and down 25,857,836 across 4 teams. And so near here only 4 million cities. And Akufo-Addo na one echo dialysis or Kolebu renal unit because of only 4 million cities and Krofo ebuye yenya but yetimi we are 25 million. Now did you hear what I said? Me see here only 4 million, but in just 1 year NSS alone etimi we are 25 million and over. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen? Eti omuya no ya dwen se ebia Crawford ya sa wo che no o se da krope enti anya bia de emfa ne se sa da no no na 2019 2022 mame wo mu sai evia 21,613,962.24 pesos. Kwa me se na me kan sika no e ma ni so ayemfa nkotete de enum. Oh, more Facebook, no more me 25 million. Da how no mon calculate what it is the no me na me na ya da ko a o watching osino entiase 2020 to 2021 one more year double of 2018 2019 2020 because our Ghana 55,670,000 plus. Mama, within 55 million, 550 billion. 550 billion. Billion. Maku. Ahadnum ni edionum. 550 billion. And a crumful we boyka. Mama, 2021. Look, one more Facebook. Oh, untiase. Mumbra Facebook. Million muso Facebook. Na ma share. Ya kuye nim. 2022 2023. Hey! Ansana medro kra 2021 2022 from 55 billion almost cost through to 61,383,000. Not just say just 1 year no omo Ghana ka 610 billion old cities. Yeah, they be am kaze. Oh my na nim da no. What no your penny. My na me nim atwa. Me money din brabe ye the one behind the scandal. My na down or babesia. Me down. They are katua awufo din asesa katua homam. Ghost names awufo din. You see ye create one a wo ni ho ne ye de o ma hyehyem na nkrofo gege. Akanya ni se nurse for bo esu sika do nkrofo awia. Ono da no ne se de kama esu ni trim menyo kata bon. I mean, jump 2022, remember 2023. 32,881,000. Omo Ghana ka 320 billion. Mami, I cannot, yeah, can. In just 1 year, over 2022, 2023, tie, ready. Hey, sa soja ba ya man krofobi. Anka wo. Oh, Burkina Faso. Hey, mami, just 1 year. Omo Ghana ka 350,926,000. Mami, unim 350 million. Aya no 3.6 trillion old Ghana cities. Trillion. Pay. Now waka e kani nyina bomwa. In only 6 years, enfishia ensia pe. Mami oda hɔ yi na busuafo a ɔmo yɛ adwuma wɔ hɔ mpanyimfo no ɛbɔ Ghana ka 548,333,000. Ebuburuja obubu machine no. Just NSS. Just national service. Just national service, oh. Just national service. 548 million cities in just 6 years. National service pay. And yeah, other places are a there. It was saying. It was saying. Eti Ora Maxwell Kofi Juma, for instance. I say a cocky hawk. Neko Juma, yay. Because say NSA me boka we dia and amaso Kofi Juma a cabin of boy yen e wo gehok. All the ministries a cabin on board this country. You do this to a state as if money are draining. I'm with the you do this to a state as a ye to move reform money nipa. You do this to a state as a man no enyajuma. And yet you go to villages, ladies and gentlemen, and you have children who are studying under trees. Sikano ya say ye dibesi classroom ne bini ho. And so kromfobi thieves have stolen those monies. There are a lot of places in Ghana. Obeko inkonya keka emofra betena so no inkonya ne bini ho. Awrehosam. Dabio, ne nkonya ne be aba. Sika na ye de be koma carpenter ni no. Eno ma wie. And this is just one agency of government. This is just one agency of government. Eti abani be de yenye sika and you look obekomu create looten share. Sometimes don't be only pointing at these guys. Obekomu they are top guys. Omo hono they are where? Omako to reduce. E bi kra na obekomu dey campaign. Oh yeah. Today be am catch new NDC CEOs and say money careful because when the day of reckoning comes ebeka unko wadaka so be careful e mo bia na down enkodin sem hunu because ebedru bra sabita frache ye hia no yoko bi hia no na ka unko atse wuntubi no mama me bi saw mo amu de wo see MPP no hunti hujai basa MPP bia ye fie na si ti jani aka no ye ka no kra kire to me MPP dua ye fie na si But MPP are bomb minor bro, and we must tell them in the face. Because ye Ghana will MPP. Now said you can't say Mumebua Maya. Okay, ye yarinti nya kwajina wiaso na Ghana fa koto abam. Huh? You come to plunder a state like that. Come. And your mama when a Fred Oware Mensah. And here we are. Mom find out, mommy. I mean, how? And the minister, it was under Ministry of Youth and Sports then. Those times. Now Yusuf, right? Under Honorable Yusuf. All of them, they see a bit amongst them. All of them, they see a bit amongst them. 548 million Ghana cedis. Who the bag Ghana, Sikamua, and I'll bet me actually. Not just 1 year. What's me about 350 million cedis. 1 million cedis. 10 billion. 10 billion, Makumako 350. In just 1 year. National service. And your presidency, national service. And your Ghana Revenue Authority, and our SNIT. National service. I don't know what you say. Kronon one with dear Musa. I said the Kronon Sam. Why? Mo Kronon so nefe. Mo money sa Kronon Kroma. Krono 10 biana MPP football. Krono where Krono. Jini Ghana for Ubenya social media langas phobia. Omadwin so atofam. One mina de no hey no defend it. Who so when the be ani. Adwuma cry amabi. Se munu say ah na fias. Se munu say ah na fias. But you see, come. Yammo Attorney General baso. Na yen shan cry. Na yammo John Dramani Mahama baso. Because of promise Ghana force hey. Nya Jeffrey Hobia or Benjamin, and yet indeed the guys are living up to expectations. When you this assembly, when you PP, where you Ghana Sam, a Juma no more than a Ghana, Yamojo Mahama Basso. Obia said, I don't care about politics. John Mahama Yad, Yamona Basso. One my Ghana phone sense from, yeah, two Abamano, one my sense from, what Chesa he's the man. John Mahama say he's the man. Yankoti. Maybe I say yetie Dewrano. And Komwa na obo. Because nurses in 702 Yabaso. Yeah, nurses in 702 Yabaso. Yankoti. Na Obianka say Otu Darko na ne hotano. Ana opes worker. We are live on CTV. Yes, I'm still live on Facebook. Kwa fatu mai na yama etie for enso in TV. Me ba to join any feed na onso wachira wadwene. Hey. Any part of so macron for say, kwa me oya aware say, and let me say this. Ebi I won't say that. Ministry of Finance. Abaya so ya ehwe Ghana sika samso ana sika totoso so ana yefoto samfo aso ye no Ministry of Finance honorable atofo sin da no sesia no Ghana for wo beje di se eye finance minister no ne bangalo ye na tena ye ansana na nado danko akufado mu free so no wo beje di se omaton eye Ghana ye Ministry of Finance bangalo ama asante bedi etuo wo beje di why I don't know why? Ministry Ghana Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Finance. Look, as a but the point I want to make, ladies and gentlemen, is that who him dear a cosmos. The law of karma to me is never a bitch or a good friend of time. Ministry of Finance. Finance Ministry or Bangalore minister betimi akwatena anashan crofo hodom no na nakufa do move free office no Finance Ministry no Bangalore kenoforiata na nakufa do no anua ye minister o move free office no o maton Ghana Finance Ministry ya Bangalore I'm a then executive secretary to Akufado. Asante bedi etu. Manwan confirm grand go bedi etu. Asante bedi etu. Omaton Ghana a dropper. And I am happy say Ministry of Finance. My card somebody. Monje money from court. Because yet means to so sankwasi asem so. I'm sorry, but sankwasi asem no yet means to so Ghana. Say Ghana dropper the finance ministry. Bangalu na kwabrane because ne kazi you say no ofane Akufado. Na waton wafa. What kind of stupidity is that? Yet to remember to say I'm sorry. Yet to remember to say or mine ya any will, huh? I'm encrophobic. I said, the Ghana Akufado na bushang we can pay, and we are fooling about, and we cannot do anything. Look, finance ministry, I am telling you guys, some of your door na be dear 12 fast dina. Ya na mo kroma. Aba Ghana for sabi. Emu penny for. Ne mo nkoda. Aya ya ne mo ka sa no kremu a sabi. Amanyo sam ahwe ni wanti. Mo hunu no. Mo be hunu no. Bruni beka na catch to be too late. To be too late. We don't just follow party. Say me NDC ni tina me de akire say akwa. No. Etide bia mo be hunu say me betena. Me nua no NDC for I keep fighting for them because of adwuma mo ye. Mo bi na da on ka say wo de party na wo de akire na ede. Ah wo de koso de akire. Enti wo de afe ne beso anu ase akoto aba na wo de akire. Na bi mu nya appointment na wo de akire. Na wo de akwasam pabra na wo bo. Wo ne abusua. E mo bi na da o sa. Because nia opotomane fe no. Enchiri so de bom. So every day I keep encouraging the youth, and by God's grace, Obi said John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, ama a mabunu opportunity in the history of Ghana. Menya sure say ebiesida. Say President Bia ba one mabunu such opportunity. Menya sure minimum ba Kwame Nkrumah, but menya sure say ebiesida. Oh, etuti say krono de kwam akoso kwam tape ni ready. Krono de otu say akoso in several facets. Ghana sase kwan road aye cousin railway train kwan kura Ghana sase ye huso train kwan Ghana asase na nam aye cousin train na nam asase no kura ye huso jogati ne owura me ya konfirm say wo mo kofa train ye nam hwie maba train ye nam asase so no omu nya yu omu anye afa ye kofa train na mwie maba ana omu say ese kotua $2 million say no ne for consultation say no ne for research omu say research and something ma me $2 million o me no ka say $1 million titisika no close to over 100 billion $1 million we say dollar near 10 something 800 billion makumaku 200 billion mame how many classroom blocks the betimi asi na nkoda esua de onuase aba classroom how many nkonya na betimi ato me ba cho mo he bangalo no me say fantastic produce hwe and magic akwam kwachi ni team ni you know crazy tate kwami ho fa ba bia say no wo me ba cho obi amra me he edan na make one sem no edan we finance ministry dia bedi etuo se meboa womra ofen court finance ministry dia finance ministry dynasty wono ansana MPP for be free power woma ton ma bedi etuo oma ton dan we ama bedi etuo and as the voice for the voiceless and voice for my people ye jedan bedi etuo ye jedan bedi etuo ye jedan se nkola ya mo fa ni agro school bedi etuo ye jedan bedi etuo mo fa ni agro school ye jedan hwedan no me ba chobra Facebook na mri no ye be ye free eti o hwe no be kwa me ye mo be 2 minutes now de o mo hwedan no me ba cho edan we ede ne e wo ho a enya nti a wo na bi na ye ton dan we anka wo bedi etuo betoi entra me sesa nkro o magubi ye say no ye ya chemfo no enkrofo we nti ye dinya do the reason why I could for the time na mani abrene say me yo chini Me person obedi ni sabe nkume point me because of Akufo-Addo nti. Because enya chimfo nyina na sebi tafrate sebi akudo ntoma bodam. Enya chimfo nyina na enim nyansa sebi. Ye wa chimfo a wana crowd so be hema Ghana yi, and I'm one of them. Titama na namote so no ana na chimfo na ha me. Ebere na ma chimfo din. Because watching ana wamim enti because of your greed. Me ba try it to Facebook. And at home. And I see TV live and call it. Okay. Eti me ba to yanko ne yanko tie eye yewra attorney general. Yanko na yanko tie yewra attorney general. Ensemo a okay, yanko ne yanko tie.
Snell. Ladies and gentlemen of the media and my fellow countrymen and women, having concluded our investigations, we'll be filing charges against 12 suspects who worked as directors and staff of the NSA. I've already listed them, but for the abundance of doubt, let me mention them again. These are Mustafa Yusuf, a former executive director, Osea Sibe, former director general, Gifty Oware Mensah, former deputy executive director, Kweku Ohinijan, former deputy executive director for operations, Abraham Bismarck-Gezi, former internal auditor, Kweku Dechi Eje, an accounts officer, Idrusu Ibn Abubakar, former head of accounts, Stephen Kobina Jemfi, we have asked that he should be rearrested because we've discovered some new accounts that contain some deposits, and so he was picked up this morning. So he is currently he's undergoing further interrogation. Koforidua, he is the Koforidua director. Then Prince Agofa Ewuku, a district director, and Jacob Yorsin, management information systems administrator in the northern region. We will also file charges against the following persons who are vendors on the marketplace on the central management system of the NSA in the eastern, Greater Accra, and Ashanti regions. Isaac Osei Asamani, the owner of Stalwart Option Buy Ventures. Charles Ohomining, the owner of GH Ohek Ventures. Philomena Arthur, the owner of Brainwave Ventures. Rose Hamilton, the owner of Marine Ventures. Kwekuo Pare Agofa, the owner of Franlisa Ventures. Solomon Jamina, the owner of Afarita Ventures. Haruna Mawulaya, the owner of Alfaida Enterprise. Sylvia Ntriwa Opare, the owner of Silsona Ventures. And then Peter Mensah, a legal practitioner and the husband of Gifty Oware Mensah. We have made the decision to enter into non-prosecution agreements with some of the persons who were involved in this criminal enterprise, especially the vendors, and these have agreed to provide compelling testimonies as witnesses for the prosecution. In this regard, we have agreed not to disclose their names or their details at this press briefing as part of the NPA, that is a non-prosecution agreement. Because this is going to inure to the efficiency of the prosecutions that will be mounted. And in every prosecutorial decision making, we have the discretion to take decisions that will inure to the benefit of the Republic. And we have decided in the office, together with the investigators, that some of the marketplace vendors and some other directors and staff who came to us may be serving as prosecution witnesses. Some of them offered to be prosecution witnesses, and we rejected their offers. They came, met with my deputy, we evaluated the evidence and thought that it will be inimical to the entire prosecutorial enterprise if we accepted their offers to serve as prosecution witness. So given the numbers that we're offering to serve as witnesses, it can tell you where we are headed with this investigation. And when the trial starts, with this prosecution, when the trial starts, you will get to know the evidence that we have meticulously gathered from February, when I took over the oral report and handed them over to NIB to the present. Having provided this factual background, Our position is clear that these persons are reasonably suspected to have committed crimes and shall be charged accordingly with the following crimes: stealing, contrary to Section 1241 of the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29. Conspiracy to steal, contrary to Sections 23(1) and 124(1) of the Criminal and Other Offences Act. Willfully causing financial loss to the state, contrary to Section 179A(3)(a) of the Criminal and Other Offences Act. Using public office for profit, contrary to Section 179C(a) of the Criminal and Other Offences Act. Obtaining public property by false statements, contrary to Section 5 of the Public Property Protection Decree 1977, SMCD 140. Money laundering, contrary to Section 1, subsection 2C of the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020, Act 1044, and conspiracy to commit money laundering, contrary to Section 3 of the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020, Act 1020. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, as part of the oral agenda, I have ordered that a comprehensive investigation of the assets of these persons be conducted. That investigation is ongoing, and we shall be pursuing the suspect to retrieve funds attributable to them and assets they have acquired using those funds. So I want to thank you very much once again for covering.
Okay, and you're Attorney General Dr. Ine, Anna ene Ghana for aiding Komo. Na watch the dream can any or quite a person of fast no more mine. Kwame, yes, I must second one. Nami via mema Ghana for whom say a pen papa bass anity and you're Freddie Blee. Cry say interpret constitution. Na say as the law is in the bosom of the judges. Omokase. John Dramani Mahama Cran's uncle Bima. Any problem about that? Meanwhile, Nana Kufado near Pamano swear. Call the planet. But John Dramani, you have a whole Freddie Blee. Yabaho, but
we will also file charges against the following persons who are vendors on the marketplace on the central management system of the NSA in the Eastern, Greater Accra and Ashanti regions. Isaac Osei Asamani, the owner of Stalwart Option Buy Ventures. Charles Ohomini, the owner of GH Ohek Ventures. Philomena Arthur, the owner of Brainwave Ventures. Rose Hamilton, the owner of Marine Ventures. Kwekuo Pare Agofa, the owner of Franlisa Ventures. Solomon Jamina, the owner of Afarita Ventures. Haruna Mawulaya, the owner of Alfaida Enterprise. Sylvia Ntriwa Opare, the owner of Silsona Ventures. And then Peter Mensah, a legal practitioner and the husband of Gifty Oware Mensah. We have made the decision to enter into non-prosecution agreements with some of the persons who were involved in this criminal enterprise, especially the vendors. And these have agreed to provide compelling testimonies as witnesses for the prosecution. In this regard, we have agreed not to disclose their names or their details at this press briefing as part of the NPA, that is the non-prosecution agreement. Because this is going to inure to the efficiency of the prosecutions that will be mounted. And in every prosecutorial decision making, we have the discretion to take decisions that will inure to the benefit of the Republic. And we have decided in the office, together with the investigators, that some of the marketplace vendors and some other directors and staff who came to us may be serving as prosecution witnesses. Some of them offered to be prosecution witnesses.
Ghana, your Attorney General, and you see, those of you are now again say Attorney General slow, Attorney General and person betching crofo. You see, Mommy and Tia says, Mahama no wabano, or Obebu my own, one may rush your mind. Reset no, on Tia say for dictionary. Mahama reset mo opeso o kire say nia woma ba ya anye ne ye nyina ono be ye ne yi enu nti na Otu Darko ntena honom e may repeat the mistakes of the past because encourage reset agenda ho encourage reset agenda ho. I don't care what you talk wadwene nti ase to free Ghana aha so de woma tena ada me yanam tia de bia meka kire mo ati me no kwa ne ase bom na Ghana ekonomi. Attorney General Meyeti saying his first press briefing said, on Tisa Attorney General Mbiaka, I'm not saying that's what he said, but I'm paraphrasing. Yeah, saying I'm implied Tisa Attorney General Bimuaka, Tisa Godfrey Odam, or Rashes is here and Wakuti. Or no crowd so to mean in a client crash, shall say, when you're about Koji sick leave, we now be Attorney General. Name or no dear, and Sana obe prosecuting no, na okra compelling evidence. That's what he told us. Na ne opeso okire ni nyina no oba chimfo homa etimienu nchemu na ya wo pese wo kire se wo ba kwadwade na wo cha na kire se wo sisi no papa ya siesie no ene unso wo ba bonten no he's speaking with compelling evidence enche also betenda in the court eti yenya botere e ma search people because they know what they are doing. Kwam me pese ye connect emani amekan won say me say aban papa ba tama na nado danko akufo adeto so Ghana for ya bro adeda bena na beko aka 1 week krampo na akufo adakwa ye nya kra na yaso adwo mahama in tina na akufo adoto na ninje ne ho na ninje ne ho because Ghana for e pre na chidodo na ninje ne ho Ghana for pre na chidodo me ka dia connect the fact say me can be connected the fact say John Dramani Mahama enya nwie na mamu obewie kura ka ba 3 years and 3.5 years edanani ebim kura start edwin say obesian ko bi mu ada adenti kura na esan ka edwin because apan papa from anopo eto omunya ya go san go bi